Hello and welcome. Just drinking some water here. Live. Welcome to Soul Infused Monday. Every Monday, live at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm excited that you're here, if you're live or on the replay. So thank you for being here. Today's topic is lifting depression with the power of self-love. And I'm going to dive in just a second. So until I dive further in, leave me a comment below. Who is here live? Say hello, click the like and love button, and tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, do the same thing. Leave a comment below right now so that I know you're watching. And also grab a pen and a paper. I have 2 announcements today that I'm gonna just say real quick, and then we jump in. And if you're new to my show and to my community, welcome. Welcome to the Soul Infused Monday Show. My name is Sonia Bueno de la Torre, and I'm passionate about helping you to love and know who you are so that you can create a life you love. So let's jump in. Good morning from Chicago, Alyssa. Great having you here. Fantastic. So let's jump right in. And for those of you who know me, who have followed me, who know that I am very transparent and I'm very honest out there, and I think it's really important for people like me, like light workers, coaches, healers, whatever you want to call it, to be really transparent on the outside and also to share what's going on behind the scenes, because sometimes it's so easy to think, oh my God, someone has it all together and why not me? And then because we have this old conditioning of comparing ourselves, it creates even more suffering because it creates isolation. So I'm, as always, transparent and sharing my journey with you. Who else is here? Tamira, hi Tamira, hi Melissa, hi Heather, hi Tina from Denmark. You have no sound, so we'll catch the replay, that's okay. Good morning, good morning. Dana, hi. Oh, thank you, Dana. Fantastic. Okay, so anyone that's here right now, live or on the replay, you know I love doing this. Take a moment and take a deep breath. Take a moment to become present and to take a deep breath, allowing yourself to remove any distractions and to give yourself permission for the next 20 minutes to really receive and to be present and to focus on one thing only. I know life gets crazy. We are all distracted. We have 1,000 emails, social media, bam, 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 whatever's going on. Take this breath right now. Bring your energy back in. Become present. Come back to yourself. Hi, Sandy. Good morning from San Diego, Tamira. Yeah, great. So, and now after this breath, let me know. Can you resonate with having days of depression, having days of feeling low, having days where you feel like you're falling back on something and you're not the greatest and you're not super happy and joyful, and there's often shame involved, or we want to hide in those moments and we feel lonely in those moments? Who can relate to that? In some way or another, I'm sure you can relate, or you know someone, otherwise you would even not watch this show with me today. So just simply say, yes, I can, or yes, I do, just to see who in here struggles with it right now, or has in the past, or sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. I'm just to get a little of an overview, because I'm doing this for you. So the more I know about you, the better I can help you. Yes, and send me the like and love button, because that's when I see it here, and I love that. Yes, Heather saying, yes, Sandy, yes, amazing topic, struggle with depression every morning and today is heavy. Okay, great. I mean, not great, but good, because then I know I am landing here, and my goal is to help you uplift and to deal with depression and to not feel that you are alone with it. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Okay, Yvonne, hi Yvonne, great to see you. Yeah, we all have those moments. Okay, good. So, last week I used to struggle with depression for a very long time, and also back in Germany when I was still younger, especially, I was often highly depressed, And I struggled in my life on and off with depression in some way or another. And just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I'm not giving you advice or diagnose, like if you struggle with depression in some way and you have a medical healthcare practitioner or doctor, whatever, you always want to, talk to this person and see what's best for you. I'm sharing you my experience, and over the last 15 years that I have been working with over hundreds and hundreds, like women and men all over the world, I am sharing what helped me and what helped my clients, and in any way am I here to substitute that for you. So having said that, on and off, and for me, a feeling of depression is that, how that looks like for me is like waking up in the morning, for example, and having no energy, no motivation to get up, feeling a feeling of sadness, of heaviness, and often combined with loneliness and unworthiness, and a feeling of stagnation. So, and there are very different varieties of that, but that's how it comes up for me. And why I'm sharing this with you, because I always like to be real. And just because I love myself and I love my life and I'm doing this beautiful work in the world that I do, does not mean that I don't get to deal with stuff anymore. And the truth is that even though it doesn't happen very often anymore, and I don't fall back as I did in the past, I still have days where I feel depressed, or I feel lonely, or I feel sad. And I get to really look at it and to deal with that. The difference, the huge difference between now and before I started inner work and the journey, is how I deal with it, how long I stay in it, and the ways and resources and tools I have to get myself in a better energetic state when I'm in it. And I only had like a day like this last Friday, and I shared that with my community. Last Friday, I woke up, I felt like I didn't want to get out of bed. I was heavy, I didn't want to work, I felt super unmotivated, and I know that feeling so well. And I allowed myself to really surrender to it, to embrace it. And I still was loving and kind with myself. And even though I did way, way less than I usually do, the difference is that through the power of self-love, through the power of inner work, through the power of knowing how to shift your energy, you can go through those moments in a totally different way. So who in here sometimes thinks or believes that something along those lines? Like, oh my God, I've done so much work already, and how can I still struggle with this? Or, oh my God, I should be somewhere different. Why am I not there, and why am I still struggling with this? And it could be depression, could be anything. Who in here sometimes has that thought or belief that because you've done certain things already in your life, you shouldn't deal with this anymore? Who believes that? I want to hear, give me, everybody leaves a comment, yes or no. There's nothing in between, so yes or no. Engage, show up. So, good morning, Melissa, hi. Yes, me, absolutely. Darlene has joined, hello, hello, hello. Yes, yes, absolutely. Far too often love to judge myself harshly. Yes, I don't think you love to judge yourself harshly, but you do. But I hear absolutely what you're saying. Yes, so I want you to know one thing, because, and I hope that more people will be transparent in my line of field, because we have a responsibility and we have an influence. I consider myself an influencer, and I'm here for a mission. I'm here for a purpose, and I'm not sharing this for my sake, because I do this anyway, but I'm sharing this because it's too often that we believe or we judge, or you might have that thought of, oh my God, like, I shouldn't feel this way anymore. I shouldn't experience this anymore. And that creates judgment. It creates shame. It creates comparison, and that creates even more suffering. Does that make sense? Am I landing here? Okay, so number one, take a breath and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. And it's not even, it's not that you shouldn't ever feel this way. If you feel like this every day, yeah, you get to do more work and you want to, be on the path and have someone that helps you on the way. However, falling back into that once in a while, or it comes back for a reason, and everybody experiences that in some way. If they share it or not is a totally different story. It's really not about you never experience that anymore. It's about how you deal with it, and even more important, how are you treating yourself, and how gentle and loving and kind are you with yourself, and are you able to reach out and connect? Because when we are in depression and self-judgment and shame, what we often want to do is we want to hide. And we do not want to talk to anyone. And sometimes that's okay. And yet often that creates even more loneliness. And we feel so unlovable in those moments and not seen. So why self-love is so powerful is when you are in those moments and you can fully embrace yourself with it, not not trying to get rid of it, not trying to pretend it's not there. It's to really acknowledge deep inside yourself and to say something like, oh my God, I feel sad right now, and that's okay. And you hold the space for yourself because you are sad already. Like you are in some sort of pain already. So if you hit yourself, it's like hitting, and literally I had an analogy with one of my clients the other day, and it's not a pretty picture, but I'm going to share it with you because it's so visual, so tangible to make sense. Like, what does it really mean when you judge yourself in those moments, right? So it's imagining like shitting all over you, right? And she has a super cute little puppy, and this little puppy, she loves her unconditionally. And this little puppy, because it's still very young, I mean, this puppy poops just everywhere, and she cleans it up, and she doesn't yell at her for pooping, and she still loves her, and she treats her well, even though this little puppy walks here and there and just leaves a poop here and leaves a poop there. So you judging yourself and being harsh with yourself in those moments is like literally shitting on yourself and judging you for it. Like, you're already bad on it, and then you poop on yourself on top of it. So imagine if you could, maybe you can relate if you had or have an animal or a child. Sometimes we are very good in loving other people sometimes, but not ourselves, right? So, so we were spoken like, what if you would treat yourself like this beautiful little puppy that you have, and when you have moments where you poop somewhere on yourself, instead of pooping more on it and shitting all over yourself, you are loving and kind, and you just clean it up and you say, okay, I move on. And I know it's not a pretty picture, and I was like, Sonia, how can you talk about this on live TV? It's like, well, I did. But does that make sense? Does it not give you a real good picture? And do you want to do that to yourself? Do you want to treat yourself like that? No, you don't want to do that. So you want to use the power of self-love to really honor those moments of depression. And please do me one favor, for all of you that are aspiring or current coaches, healers, light workers, whatever you want to call, because I work with a lot of women and that are actually doing work for others too, or want to be. And so often I hear, oh my God, what do I have to give? I'm still a mess, or I'm still struggling with this piece. How can I help other people? If you're having any of that conversation in some way or another, and you are committed and you are working on yourself. If you're not working on yourself, then please do so, because if you want to work someone else, you get to do the work. And not just once in a while, you get to do the work in order to help other people. But I know a lot of people in my community that do the work. They're really committed. And yet they often have that thought or feeling of, who am I to help this person if I'm still struggling with this? Well, let me tell you something. And listen carefully. As long as you're on this path, you will deal with stuff and you'll never be perfect. And that's okay, because no one wants anyone that's perfect. And as long as you work through something and you can help someone through, then you are being in service, and you just keep working on your own stuff. Because I still keep working on my own stuff. The difference is I don't doubt my work anymore because of the work I did. I don't doubt for a second that what I do is valuable and it can help someone, even when I'm depressed. It didn't happen overnight. It took me a long time to get there. But if you have this conversation in any way in your life, or in your body, in your mind, take a deep breath right now and choose to let that go and to replace that with a deep trust and pride for you being on the path. Because I think it's one of the most courageous things in the world to do that. So, all right, so let me know if this is valuable, if this is helpful, and if you have a specific question. I will go over the comments here real quick. Let me know what you're hearing me say. Let me know what is valuable. What is valuable to you? So let me see if you have any questions. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I think I shouldn't be feeling this way after so many years of inner work, like I'd be over it. Yes, thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing it. And I know so many can relate to it. Drop that. Surrender to let that go. As long as you have that conversation and that thought, it will always block you from actually moving through. Because listen, I thought that for years. Beck is like, I've done so much already and I keep doing it. And I've looked at my childhood and my dad's stuff coming up again. It's not, like I had that for so long. What it happened though, it's like as long as we have that, and as long as we have that resistance, it actually it's even worse because it doesn't allow to move forward. So drop that illusion. I call it illusion. It's a lie. That once you've done something, for a certain amount of time, it's gone forever and you never have to deal with it again. It's it's shifts though. Like for those who's like, oh my God, Sonia, does it mean I'm always gonna struggle and suffer? No. It just means you will have moments, especially when you are evolving, when you're stretching yourself, when you are reaching a next level of evolution, you will hit your shit again, and you grow through friction. So number one, it's completely normal. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not alone, and don't believe anyone who tells you differently. And if there's someone out there that always looks perfect on social media, they wake up in the morning and have bad breath too. I'm just saying. So be kind to yourself. Keep doing the work. Find someone that resonates with you. Find someone that holds the light for you. And use the power of self-love to lift that veil of depression. And it's not going to happen overnight. But you being kind and loving and respectful with yourself in those moments will make all the difference. Okay. Oh, I forgot the announcements. Wow. So two announcements real quick. Please note it. And then I'll check if you have any questions. So number one, next Monday, May 20th is my birthday, and I'm going to host my show live from Seattle. So please come Monday. I have no idea what the topic is. It doesn't even matter. I want you to come just because I want to celebrate with you. So next Monday, May 20th, live from Seattle at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Please come and celebrate with me. Number one. Number two, mark in your calendar, May 29th, for my morning people, I'm going to do something special called Soul Shift with Sonia at, excuse me, at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And you will get more information through an email. So if you are not on my email list, you want to send me a message so I can add you. I will announce that it's for free. It's not on Facebook. Anybody can join. And it's called Soul Shift with Sonia, a special morning tune-up, soul-up event that I'm doing at 7 a.m. Pacific time on May 29th. Okay, so these two announcements. So I'm going to take another 2-3 minutes to go over if you have any questions. And while I do that, please let me know what's the most valuable thing you're getting out of this. And take a deep breath. Always take a deep breath. Tune in to the energy that we are creating here together. And take a breath and honor wherever you are. Honor any feeling you have right now. Sadness, happiness, anger, loneliness, shame, joy, whatever your feeling is right now, honor it, give it space, and take a nice deep breath. Yeah, and Tamira is sharing, yes, she does, and I feel sad. I cry quite a lot about letting go of the past and accepting. I feel lonely about not having a life partner yet for me and my daughter. I so understand, and you are not alone with that. And we've been in communication, Tamira, so I'm sure, and you know I'm happy to support you to take it a next level. Any questions? Don't see. Very valuable, the illustration of puppy. Yeah, thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, I love the puppy. Yeah, I love puppies, yeah. Who doesn't love puppies? There are people who don't, but you know, it's a good metaphor. To not judge myself when I'm in the sadness. Yeah, Alyssa, that's a great takeaway. By the way, especially sadness, there's a difference between suffering and being in total depression and involved versus sadness and having a moment of honoring that. Sadness is not necessarily negative, even though some people say that, right? I don't consider sadness a negative emotion because we are sad for a reason and we want to honor that. And the more we resist it, the more it will grow, and the more we try to kind of hide it and put on that, the more it bubbles up. So love yourself when you're sad. Invite the sadness in, give it space. And then Alyssa, especially for you and anyone else that has been following me, and I don't have the time to go into that right now, connect upwards. Connect to your upper third eye. Go up. But first honor the sadness. Great takeaway. Sandy's breakaway, being proud of ourselves, need to implement this and believe deeply in myself and the hard work I've done so far. Yeah, being proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself and implement this and acknowledge all the work you've done. Yeah, that's great takeaway. Alyssa says, my holistic doctor treats Tony Robbins and he struggles big time with health issues, so it doesn't stop. Yeah, it's not about it stopping. It's really about your journey, you embracing yourself and how you're dealing with your state of being and how you deal with it. It's not going to end. As long as we are in a human physical form, as long as we are human beings, we will have stuff to deal with. That's normal. You brush your teeth until you leave this body. You eat until you leave this body. You take care of this body as long. So if you want to be healthy emotionally, if you want to be healthy energetically, mentally, you get to work on that as much as you want to do it for physical issues. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Alyssa. So true. Yvonne saying it's a journey for the rest of my life. Yes, that's a great takeaway. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's good. That's not bad. It's a good thing. Don't let anyone tell you that's not a good thing. 7 a.m. Yvonne, 7 a.m. Pacific time for early morning people. Special soul shift with Sonia. How do you regain hope in the sadness I'm feeling? Yeah, well, I think I answered it, by the way. When you're sad, instead of focusing on changing that in that moment, be with it. Accept yourself. And hope, with hope is it's an interesting concept. It's a choice you make. I know it sounds so simple, it's like, but it's like, trust that it will pass, and think of something in the past. And because I've worked with you, Alyssa, there were so many moments where you had such a different way of being, a breakthrough, a shift. Just remember those moments. Remind yourself this will pass. And Sandy said, honor with compassion. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna jump off. If there are any other questions that I have, questions or comments that I haven't responded, I will come back to it later or in the next couple of days. I will be traveling this week, so I'm not as available as usual. Remember, come back Monday for my birthday celebration, Soul Infused Monday show live from Seattle, May 20th, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and put in your calendar for those who are early birds. It's not a Facebook Live, it's an event. You have to be on my email list to get that information. And it's a one-time only live thing on May 29th, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I wish you a fantastic rest of your day. Honor yourself with whatever you're feeling right now. Let it be okay. Know that you're not alone. Know you're lovable. Know you matter. And remember to keep breathing. Much love.